Well, here we have one of the most beloved houses at Heritage Park, the beautiful Thorpe House. Now, the Thorpe family immigrated from Norway originally in 1880 into Eau Claire, Wisconsin. And Burnt Thorpe got a job with the Eau Claire Lumber Company. There, he was a millwright. And he worked there in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. And when Peter Prince was asked to come to Calgary and start the Eau Claire and Bow River Lumber Company in this early frontier town of Calgary, Burnt Thorpe came to be his millwright. So in 1886, moved to Calgary with his wife Matea and the three children that they had at that time. And he started to build this house on 2nd Avenue in Calgary. He added on to the house over the years because they kept adding to their family, and in the end, they had 9 children. So this house has all kinds of rooms in it, and it grew and grew with the family. But it's a lovely house. It feels so happy inside. It feels so comfortable, and people walk into this house. It's a homey house. It's never been lived in by anybody but the Thorpe family. They lived in it continuously, members of the Thorpe family, right through to the 1960s when Lillian Thorpe, the youngest daughter of the Thorpe family, donated this house to Heritage Park in her 80s. Some really interesting stories of things that have happened in this house. And if you go inside with me into the kitchen, I'll tell you one of those stories. One of my favorite stories about the Thorpe house is the story of the dancing slippers. Now, a long-time interpreter at Heritage Park, Pat Johnson, was in the house. This is really a house we think about as Pat's house too. She's kind of our Mrs. Thorpe herself. She spends a lot of time in here. She knows the history of this house inside and out. And she was sitting in the house one day in the kitchen, just waiting for visitors to come, and she heard the door open, and in the house, she could see just down from the kitchen all the way to the front door, she saw 3 people come in. A child and an older lady and an even older lady behind her. And as often happens, as they came into the house, they immediately turned and went up the stairs into the upstairs part. So Pat was waiting patiently while they had their time to look around upstairs. But all of a sudden she heard thump, 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 thump down the stairs and running out the door, and the door opened and slammed, and then another thump, 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 and another person, and she thought, what is going on? So Pat went out the front door of the house, and there was a little girl going, I'm never going in there again. I'm never going in there again. And the mom is going, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And the grandmother's looking kind of confused and what's happened? What's happened? And Pat asked, what's going on? Can I help you? Is there anything wrong? And the little girl said, I'm never going in there again. And finally, the mother calmed the little girl down enough to tell Pat what had happened. When the little girl came into the house and ran up the stairs, she ran immediately up to look into the back bedroom. And there at the base of the bed are a couple of pairs of shoes usually. And she looked down at the pair of shoes. They were moving as though they were doing a slow dance. The little girl saw them moving, and the mom actually came up behind her and saw it too. And the girl raced around. She was so scared. She raced down the stairs and out the house. And the mom, of course, right behind her, and the grandma right behind that. And when Grandma heard the story, she was so upset. Here's a family that the mother said often is very sensitive things. And maybe it was the little girl's first time ever having an experience like that. And the mom's trying to say, it's okay. It won't hurt you. Everything's fine. And the grandma was so upset because she missed it.